Have you ever wondered about the forces that shaped the man who conquered the known world by the age of 30, Alexander the Great? Let's travel back in time to 356 years before Christ, to Pella, the ancient capital of Macedonia. Here, amidst the grandeur of royal courts and the clamor of political intrigue, a legend was born, Alexander the Great. His parents, King Philip II and Queen Olympias, were figures of immense stature and influence. Philip, a formidable military leader, instilled in young Alexander a sense of discipline, strategic acumen, and a thirst for conquest. Olympias, on the other hand, with her strong personality and religious fervor, nurtured in him a belief in his own divine destiny and a fierce determination to fulfill it. But it wasn't just his parents who shaped the future conqueror. At the tender age of 13, Alexander became a pupil of one of the greatest minds the world has ever known, Aristotle. Under the philosopher's tutelage, Alexander was introduced to a wide range of subjects from politics to philosophy, from arts to sciences. This comprehensive education laid the foundation for his holistic understanding of the world and his place in it. It was also during these formative years that Alexander was exposed to the rich tapestry of Hellenistic culture. Its ideals of heroism, honor, and pursuit of glory resonated deeply with the young prince, influencing his own personal ethos and vision for his empire. So, a royal birth, a remarkable upbringing, and an education from the greatest philosopher of the time, combined with a vibrant cultural milieu, created the perfect crucible for the making of a legend. With such a start, it was evident that Alexander was destined for greatness, but no one could have predicted the extent of his influence. How does a 20-year-old ascend to the throne and command the loyalty of seasoned warriors, you might ask? Well, the story of Alexander's ascension to power is a tale of swift action, strategic maneuvering, and charismatic leadership. In the wake of his father, King Philip II's assassination, young Alexander found himself thrust into a world of power and responsibility. With the throne in his grasp, he did not hesitate. He moved quickly to consolidate his power, eliminating potential rivals and reasserting Macedonian dominance over the Greek city-states. This swift consolidation of power was not just a testament to his strategic acumen, but also to his audacity and determination. But inheriting a kingdom was not without its challenges. Alexander had to contend with revolts and uprisings, both within his borders and beyond. He led initial campaigns to secure his borders, displaying an uncanny knack for military strategy that would become his hallmark. His ability to suppress revolts not only strengthened his position, but also demonstrated his capability as a leader. Yet what truly set Alexander apart was not just his strategic brilliance, but also his charisma. He possessed an extraordinary ability to inspire loyalty and devotion in his soldiers, a quality that would prove invaluable in his later campaigns. He led from the front, shared the hardships of his men, and treated them with respect. His charisma and leadership skills endeared him to his soldiers, who would follow him to the ends of the earth. Alexander's ascension to power was not a result of mere chance or inheritance. It was a product of his resolve, his strategic prowess, his charisma, and his ability to inspire those around him. With these qualities, he was able to command the loyalty of seasoned warriors, suppress revolts, secure his borders, and consolidate his power. With the Macedonian Empire firmly under his control, Alexander was ready to embark on his grand vision. The stage was set for the young king to embark on a campaign that would forever etch his name in the annals of history. What does it take to bring the mighty Persian Empire to its knees and create one of the largest empires in history? Enter Alexander the Great, the Macedonian king whose ambition led him on a relentless campaign against the Persian Empire. His military exploits began with his crossing of the Hellespont, the strait that marked the boundary between Europe and Asia. From there, his armies swept across Asia Minor, marking the start of a series of battles that would change the course of history. Let's take a closer look at two of these pivotal battles, Issus and Gaugamela. At the Battle of Issus, Alexander's strategic genius came to the fore. Despite being heavily outnumbered, Alexander managed to turn the tide of the battle in his favor. His forces, including his formidable phalanx, were able to outmaneuver the Persian army, leading to a decisive victory. The Battle of Gaugamela, on the other hand, was a testament to Alexander's audacious spirit. Against a Persian army that greatly outnumbered his own, Alexander chose to take the offensive. He led a daring charge straight into the heart of the enemy forces, effectively breaking their lines and causing chaos among their ranks. This bold move led to yet another victory, further solidifying Alexander's reputation as a master tactician. Speaking of tactics, let's delve into Alexander's innovative use of his phalanx. This was a formation of infantry armed with long pikes, arranged in a tightly packed, shielded formation. Alexander's phalanx was a formidable force on the battlefield. He would use it to great effect, often employing it to break enemy lines and create openings for his cavalry to exploit. This combination of strategy and tactics was a key factor in his successful campaigns. But Alexander's conquests were not merely about military victories. He had a greater vision in mind: the fusion of cultures and the spread of Greek ideals and knowledge. Alexander encouraged marriages between his soldiers and local women, adopted Persian customs, and spread Greek culture and learning throughout his vast empire. This policy of fusion had a profound impact, leading to the Hellenization of the territories he conquered. Thus, his conquests had a dual purpose: to expand his empire and spread Greek culture. This was a revolutionary approach that reflected Alexander's unique vision of a united world. With the fall of Persia, Alexander had achieved his goal, but his thirst for conquest was far from quenched. His eyes were set on new territories, new cultures to absorb, and new challenges to overcome. His legacy as a conqueror was just beginning, and the world would never be the same again. How does one of history's greatest military strategists meet his end at the age of 32? A question that has puzzled historians and enthusiasts alike. Alexander the Great, after his extensive conquests, looked to India for his next campaign. However, his victories there were not as sweet as the previous ones. His soldiers, war-weary and homesick, began to voice their discontent. The invincible aura that Alexander once held began to fade as the men he led started to question his leadership. The grueling conditions, the unfamiliar terrain, and the formidable Indian armies took a toll on their morale. Despite these setbacks, the ever-determined Alexander continued his campaign, but the growing discontent among his soldiers was undeniable. It was a bitter pill to swallow for the young ruler who had never known defeat, but Alexander was forced to turn back. Upon his return to Babylon, the circumstances took a mysterious turn. Alexander fell ill, and within days the great conqueror was no more. The exact cause of his death remains a mystery, with theories ranging from poison to natural causes. His untimely death marked the end of an era, and left a power vacuum that would lead to years of conflict. However, Alexander's legacy was far from over. His conquests had a profound impact on the world, ushering in the Hellenistic period. This era saw a fusion of Greek and Middle Eastern cultures, influencing everything from art and architecture to science and philosophy. Alexander's empire, although short-lived, laid the groundwork for the spread of Hellenistic culture across 3 continents. His military strategies are studied in war colleges around the world even today. His ambition, his tenacity, and his ability to inspire his men continue to be a source of fascination. Alexander the Great, a man who dared to dream big, to push boundaries, and to challenge the known world. In death as in life, Alexander the Great continues to fascinate us, a testament to his enduring impact on history. So, who was Alexander the Great? He was born into a world of power and privilege, raised under the watchful eye of his father, King Philip II of Macedon. This upbringing, steeped in the arts of war and governance, prepared him for his ascension to the throne. As a young king, Alexander displayed extraordinary military prowess, leading his armies to victory after victory. His conquests stretched from Greece to Egypt and far beyond, to the fringes of the known world. Yet his journey was cut short by an untimely death, leaving behind a vast empire and a legacy that continues to echo through the annals of history. His tactical genius, his thirst for knowledge, and his indomitable spirit have made him a figure of immense respect and admiration. In the grand tapestry of history, Alexander the Great stands as a figure of immense influence, his story a testament to the indomitable spirit of mankind.